Welcome back to the Star League here down at the Nexon Arena Live. My name is Valdez. Joining me is Big Boy Wolf.
That's right. I like it when you call me that.
We just had a big 3-0 from Zest over Beyond. Made it look pretty easy, very practiced, meticulous play. But now we're going to jump into a ZVZ between Losira, this guy over here, and HyuN.
Okay, Losira, top dog in Pro League right now. I don't care if anyone's passed him by now, like Hero beats everybody, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But Losira is like the biggest Pro League star right now, kind of coming out of nowhere this season. Looking very, very impressive, having great runs, and he is all smiles today. And I think he's the favorite here. But this is Zerg versus Zerg. We have seen crazy upsets. Last season, a lot of people expected the series between Sulky and Rogue to be a lot closer, and then Rogue just 3-0'd Sulky.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sulky was able to do that to Cure just recently, as we did see like a highlight video of.
A lot of really good Zergs these days. Mingley would be sad that these two have to go up against each other, but here's HyuN. He's been around for a very long time, as you guys can see. GSL 2012 Season 5 Code S. I guess second place there.
He has actually
that's the beginning.
He has so many achievements in foreign tournaments that this list is like so long he can barely even fit everything in there. Like he's traveled around the world a lot.
Even everything.
I don't think
might
so.
Actually be more. It's just like the most important ones or the places where he did better.
Now HyuN, I was just gonna. HyuN has an insanely predictable style. I struggle to find that word for a second, but he loves just roach timings, and in ZVZ, there's very little exception. You'll see him go mutalist like once in a blue moon only. Like if it's a full moon tonight, I need to check my phone, because if it is, he might go mutas once or twice, but probably not. He's probably just going to rely on roach timings only. No early pools either, I don't think, out of this guy.
Yeah. Well, guys, the maps here, the bans for ZVZ this mirror matchup are always pretty interesting. Usually go off the preferences of the players. Expedition Lost banned out here for Losira, and Cactus Valley banned from HyuN. Might be just lack of experience, or maybe he doesn't want that bigger map. And we're going to go into King Sejong Station to start things off. Then Bonnie Research Station, a couple stations in a row. And then we got Overgrowth, Merry-Go-Round, and Deadwing to finish up the lineup.
Yeah, what's up with the stations here?
I don't know.
I need to find out what Bonnie Research Station is, because it's probably based off a real place. King Sejong Station, for those of you guys who don't know, is actually a research station. The map was originally called King Sejong Research Station. They shortened it because it was way too long. It's in Antarctica, and it's still named after, you know, Korean King Sejong, who made the Korean language, which is a pretty sick language. Great writing system.
Yeah, one of the best in the world. Definitely check that out if you guys don't know anything about that.
Super easy to learn.
Yeah. Very scientific as well. Has a lot of how it was made based in science. But guys, enough of that. We're going to jump into game number 1 here. It's on King Sejong Station between these two Zergs. It's Losira versus HyuN. Down here in the bottom left, in the blue, one of our Zerg players here is Losira.
And his opponent to the top left. In red, for Rocket, it's HyuN, former TSL Zerg, who brought his own monitor to the studio today. It's a BenQ monitor. I inspected it pretty closely. Nothing too special about it. Maybe he just likes the way the colors look on it or something. But yeah, I didn't actually have much time to ask him about why he brought it. And he might not want to tell me anyway. He's going to keep it a secret. But yeah, totally just decided to bring it. It was just a standard, I think 23-inch monitor with a DVI cable. No HDMI or anything like that. Just very standard. So just putting that out there for you guys for some extra info we got.
Yeah, now you guys all know what kind of monitor HyuN uses. If you're a fan of HyuN, maybe you want to go out and get the same monitor.
Yeah, I actually had no idea that you were allowed to bring your own monitor.
Neither did I. I was so surprised he like just walks in with a big monitor in his hands. We're like, what? why do you have that?
So it looks like we're going to have hatch first duels here, and the Overlord's going to scout that in just a second. So very passive opening here, pretty rare in Korean ZVZ to actually have this. This almost never happens somehow, some way. I can't remember the last time we've even commentated a game like this. The greedier build goes to Losira, though, with the 2 extra drones and the gas. HyuN puts the pool down first.
Yeah, and just trying to be a bit safe here. Maybe feeling like Losira's a little bit sneaky.
Yeah, HyuN does not do early pulls very often in this matchup, despite his aggressive nature. He loves mass Roach, though. Roach is like his favorite unit. I didn't ask him that.
Moonglade
I could just
must
tell.
love this guy.
Yeah.
Should have asked Moonglade about that. Moonglade loves his Roach versus Roach in ZVZ.
I know that Moonglade also thinks that HyuN's style is a bit predictable, and I was talking to him about this earlier, and he thinks that Losira should have this matchup pretty easy. But we'll see, because HyuN loves his Roaches, his burrow movement Roaches in the ZVP, and I feel like he's insanely predictable there. Oh, we're going to see the Overlord trap attempt here with the Spore. He's going to try to kill this Overlord with the Spore Crawler. We've seen this first by Sue and Root Cats.
This is the Cats build, man.
Yeah, and it's going to work, I think.
Yeah, it should work.
This is actually pretty huge because it shuts down scouting and gives you
Once he sees it. Oh, he's moving out.
I think he's still going to kill it.
Yeah, I think he should.
He also moved it twice. Losira did. Like, he might get away.
Oh, that is so close.
Oh, I think he's going to lose it.
Oh, He gets it just barely.
What a cool move.
Wow. That's pretty big. I mean, both these guys went for similar builds. I mean, Losira was a little bit more greedy, so I guess that kind of pays for that by getting an Overlord. That's really annoying to have to remake here this early in the game.
That's going to cost him 100 minerals, some scouting information. Like right now, he doesn't know what's going on in the main base at all. Could be gas going down. Most likely not, but he has no idea, and that's kind of annoying. That's kind of painful. And the Spore Crawler is actually on a mission. Spore Crawler here. HyuN he looked a little bit tense today, man, in the booth, but in the makeup room, I should say. But he's like not showing any nerves here already here in game one. 2 queens already out. Going to shut down this Zergling Scout. Oh, I was wrong. Well, it doesn't matter. 3rd queen.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that. Is that Spore Crawler literally just going to walk across the map and try to get another Overlord?
Well, I think it's just going to draw some aggro. I don't think he's going to be able to get another Overlord with it. He might block a 3rd with it or something. I guess.
If Losira doesn't have his Lings in position.
And, he
does have speed.
He has speed. I don't think he's going to try to go for a kill here. I
guess he just feels like there's no real reason to keep this around. And Losira is not taking this seriously. He's just like, yeah, it's okay. You can just walk into my base with your Spore Crawler. It's all good.
He is gonna walk into the base with it. I mean, quite literally. There's no Overlords nearby, though.
Okay, here we go. Finally, getting some damage down. Gonna get us around. And,
well, this is pretty sad. Keeps the Lings off his back.
Oh, man, that poor Spore Crawler. And after killing that, he puts down a Spire immediately.
Yeah, it's funny. He's like, well, I bet you wish you could have that Spore Crawler later when my Mutalists come in.
Yeah, we've seen Losira play this kind of style. He actually did it on Bonnie Research Station against... It's not coming to me.
Yeah, we cast it. I cast it with you.
A pretty good Zerg, though. Like a pretty top-level guy, and he actually just crushed him.
Yeah, it was a really unique style, and we were like, I don't know if he holds this, and then he just barely did.
Yeah, he buys a lot of time and uses Banelings and Lings, as well as a bunch of Spine Crawlers at the front of his base.
Yeah, he made like 9 spines or something crazy when he did it that time.
Yeah.
Queen's not afraid here to fight. They don't afraid of anything here. And that creep is getting spread down to where his 3rd base is going to be. Still no detection whatsoever on the Spire here for HyuN. He doesn't know what's coming his way yet.
Ooh, he scouts all these Lings, and there's actually a lot more on the way. Speed about to finish up.
He needs Banelings out, like ASAP.
He's got that nest, but he's not morphing any.
He has a few spines. Let's see if he might just rely on a tight wall with queens instead, but Banelings would grant him a lot more safety, I feel, here. Okay, yeah, they're always getting them, but with some transfuses, I think he should hold here. Actually,
I don't know, man.
How much energy does Queens have? Not enough, and the Queen has the most energy, gets targeted down here. The Banes are going to finish just in time, and he can't actually commit.
Yeah.
But he needs to get that wall back up.
Well, with Banes there, I think he should be okay, but that 3rd base is not getting up.
Not getting up.
Definitely not.
Going to have to cancel that one. Oh, saves the drone.
Whoa.
And
Bit of a mistake, actually, there. Unless HyuN was really just that scared of the Banelings.
Oh, tries to block, but yeah, slip through here. And
he's going to see the Spire now.
Yep. He also is getting his first, he's going to lose his first Overlord to the Mulist, so he definitely knows about it now. Good moves here by HyuN with those Lings. dodging those
Juking and
beams.
jiving, man. Those are some slippery lings. He's going to get out, too. He lost a lot.
There's a quote, what was it, by like Mike Tyson or something, like float like a Mutalisk, sting like a Bane, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, I think. I think you're pretty close with that one.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
+1 is done here for HyuN's Roaches, but he has a grand total of 0 of them on the map.
He's also getting speed.
He's also getting +1 for his Lings and making Spore Crawlers. I'm scared for HyuN here because Losira knows what he's doing with these Mutalisk builds. He's really good at them. He's very well versed. HyuN is going to try to come over here and hit this third base again, but this time it's too far up, so he's not going to be able to knock that down. And Mutalisk are even coming back. He's just using the Mutalisk to control the map, just pretty simply. He's not using them to harass. He's forcing Spore Crawlers.
Yeah. These days it's just really too hard. Basically what you can do only is like hold off pushes, you kill all the overlords, get full map control, full map vision. Like if you look at all the overlords of Losira, he's got, you know, a line of them there in the middle. He sees pretty much everything that's coming his way.
Overlord speed coming out here for Losira, or rather Overlord drops, excuse me. Might be a mistake.
Yeah,
Transfuse coming?
I guess you could go for Baneling drops over Spore Crawlers, but I don't know.
We've never really seen that too much in actual like contemporary StarCraft play. I want to say that he did this in the other game too, but like he just never used it. I mean, we thought it was a mistake. I'm not sure though.
Maybe that was Overlord speed.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out if he ends up using it or not. It's a very expensive upgrade, and
that Roach Warren is sticking out there. I think he could actually get to work to that on that. There's not a lot of queens out right now.
Well, yeah, and it looks like instead of getting the Roach Warren first, he wants to just pick off these queens to make sure he can get it. And he's actually moving across the map with some roaches. Look at the supplies. He's just done too much damage. He's got too much of a tempo advantage here. He's actually going to catch these roaches for free because HyuN isn't paying attention. And HyuN is going to rely on transfuses alone to hold this attack off. He has a ton of queens, but queens don't fight roaches well.
It's just he's been supply blocked for so long. He's at 86, 86. He's got such a big bank, but he just can't use it yet. Finally, the roaches are popping out, but like you said, just a huge tempo advantage here for Losira. He's got a gigantic army.
He's going to start picking off these spores. Any roaches that get a bit out of the group are going to get picked off as well. He's just going to fight this straight up. I don't know about this with the spores still there and all these queens.
Yeah, a ton of queens, ton of transfuses. I think he could possibly go for the third base. Maybe like fight in the middle here, getting a concave.
Yeah, look at how many Mutalisks he already lost, actually. He's going to lose all of them. And +2 is about to finish these roaches for HyuN. There's still a ton of army units for Losira, and it looks like he's just going to break through anyways. I feel like that could have been a little bit cleaner. In fact, it's not over yet. There's still so much firepower in those queens.
Tons of reinforcements coming out of the larvae. And he's trying to focus down these queens, I think. Oh, nice burrow there, actually. Saved the rest of them. And he's actually going to push this back. And kind of even up the supplies as well.
Let's see if that Overlord drop comes into play now.
Yeah.
Burrow movement on the way for HyuN, something that was a staple of this matchup last year. This matchup has changed a lot since then. We just feel more Mutalisk play. Let's see what he can get done with that. But good stabilization here for HyuN. He's got a ton of bank, and now that he can actually finally spend it, he will start to catch up in supply. It's just a pretty big deficit in workers. That's one of his issues. He doesn't have the gases up at his third base either.
He's just not really using all... I guess he's running out of larvae here. He's making a macro hatch. Could be part of the reason. I mean, he's floating so many minerals and gas right now.
Yeah, as you guys can see how the observer just showed, well, I guess you didn't see too much of a glimpse of it because he just popped all his larvae. But he did have, you know, a bit of a larva problem. We're going to see a roach drop.
What is real. This, man? What are we seeing?
I haven't seen this since like MLG 2012, man. He's going to kill some drones, and he's going to try to attack and hit this third base at the same time. But this roach army is going to run into some big trouble here. I don't know if he should be committing that. I think just running away is the better choice here.
Yeah, losing a bunch of roaches. Now trying to go for the queen, but there are enough defensive units here for HyuN to push this back.
Spore Crawlers get into position to defend the roach drop.
This is actually a real thing.
I can't believe lurkers are coming back into the game, man. I'm excited for the day we see lurker drops again.
Ooh.
The most terrifying thing you can ever encounter in StarCraft 1 is a lurker drop. I don't care what race
you're playing on.
So scary.
Definitely don't want that to happen to me.
You don't have detection for whatever reason. Everything you send to defend just dies, and then the lurkers have their range upgrade. They just kill everything. Do you not want to fight up this ramp? No, siree.
Nope. Upgrades right now, even. I think they're both at 2-2. Hive not on the way for either player just yet.
No armor for Losira.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that, actually.
He's about to have the +1. Armor not as important as attack, though. HyuN is starting to hold on to this game. The problem being only that he doesn't have a 4th base, but like he's stabilized quite a bit, and he still has the better upgrades. He's got a really strong comp. He's going to use that to move across the map here.
Good read by Losira. He almost took that fight. He had a good position up at the top of the ramp, but I think he would have lost that, man.
Yeah, I think
he's
you're
down
right.
13 roaches right now.
He's trying to get Baneling's speed.
Ooh, HyuN wants to go for this. He wants to fight right now. He's pushing his way up the ramp. Really nice concave here from Losira, but HyuN just forces it.
He has the better numbers here, but there are going to be a lot of reinforcements. He's up 1 set of armor upgrades. A ton of reinforcements, though. I don't know.
No queens to help out Losira here is one of the main defensive units here in ZVZ.
And this is a trade that HyuN is getting the better end of quite significantly, and is actually now going to force drones to come off the line. Here come more reinforcing roaches. I think he's done it. He's actually come over here and kill this base. More reinforcements running across the map as well. Baneling's speed, something that we saw Losira commit to here at the last second. It's not ready yet. With burrow movement, both players are able to kind of sneak around each other, but also get that regen rate on these roaches. And he's just going to keep trading better here. More and more reinforcements coming across the map, and I think he might actually be able to seal the deal and take game 1.
He has too many roaches at this point. I mean, it's just a numbers game. He's totally shut out Losira here. Some really nice ZVZ play out of HyuN. Definitely do not underestimate this guy anymore. GG.
No, do not underestimate this guy. Plays his own style. Goes for that spore kill at the beginning of the game. Gets it. Uses the spore to scout. Get up there, being annoying. He plays his own style, and then he plays against a more unique style that we've seen Losira excel at. Has no problems with it whatsoever. Plays very defensively, very carefully. I think where this game went wrong was when Losira tried to attack into all those queens with his Mutalisks, and there were even like 2 spores there. Show you that does not look happy.
Yeah. I also feel like Losira is just trying to be too cute, to be honest. Like that Overlord drop with the Overlord speed and drop. I'm like, okay, well,
yeah,
how much damage did he get? Like he killed maybe 2 drones, and, like delayed a little bit of mining. That's a pretty big commitment. It's just not really necessary. And then the Baneling speed, like he didn't even have Banelings.
Yeah, I feel like he was
kind
thinking,
of strange play out of Losira.
My guess is that I think he was thinking that the game was going to go a lot longer. Like it was going to be a super late game and Max Roach versus Max Roach, and I have the higher ground, don't try it, etc., etc. And unfortunately, he just rolled over. Had he been able to hold on to that 4th base a little bit longer, maybe some Baneling speed drops work out for him. Okay, maybe he's got a few tricks up his sleeve he can use with that, but he just didn't live long enough for that to ever become a factor.
Yeah. Great read by HyuN, just noticing he had the advantage and going straight for the attack. There were a lot of times also that Losira tried to go for run-bys, and like a lot of his roaches were just dying in strange places, so it was just a numbers game at that point, and HyuN, he just identified that fact.